Mncube. I'm the founder of Hope Spring Eternally Introduction Agency and the founder of Ngosi Talk Shows. So with me today I have Claudia. Over to you, Claudia. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Sure, absolutely. Well, welcome everyone. I'm Claudia and I'm an intuitive energy theta healer / certified love and soulmate coach as well. So I help my clients to identify the root cause or the seed of the limitation or the blockage, because as you know as well, we keep just like attracting outside the circumstances and the people of what we believe inside and what type of beliefs we have as well. So it's in the end, it's not about the circumstance or the story. It's always about where did this belief started, and usually it is at a very young age in our lives. And this is how I help my clients to identify the seed of the challenge and then to change it and to bring back as well in like new empowering beliefs, so that you can go outside afterwards and experience a new reality, because obviously what you believe, you create outside in your reality. Simple as that.
I like it, Claudia, when you say what we believe in life, we create our outside reality. That is actually true, because basically you get what you get what you believe. So if you believe that you are capable of finding that special person, you will find that person. If you believe that you are not, basically if you have limiting beliefs when it comes to love, then that means you're gonna find it hard to actually connect with people. So I'm interested. Why did you choose this topic though?
And why did I choose this topic? Because
Yeah.
obviously I'm just a newly certified love and soulmate coach as well, and it's just a topic I like to do the webinars around, because in the end as well, we all are looking for the one, or for the fulfilling a relationship, so all of us. And the first step is as well to be aware of what you are attracting in regards to the type of man you are drawing to you. And I had to go as well through all these steps and stages until I can say today I'm a bit more aware of what is going on in my interior world, and as well the programs I've got, because we all have like programs inside of us from a very young age, and stories as well we believed because of something we experienced, or what people told us as well about ourselves, about love, about men or women, and so on. So it's just to be more aware is the first step, I say as well. Yeah. Oh, I can't hear you, Nomsa.
Myself.
Yes.
I actually agree with you. Sometimes basically we have to if we want to find that relationship, that special person, we have to stop, divorce the negative attitude, and work on our emotions, because our emotions sometimes can be very, very dangerous. uh, Sometimes people believe that those, you hear them saying, oh, the good ones are taken, good women are taken, good men are taken. And you hear that there's another excuse that people say, that I can't find anyone that fits my, that basically it's like I'm better, it's like I've worked on myself, so that means I can't find somebody that can actually fit my category. So that is the struggle that I find, and people make that excuse. If you speak the truth, there's everyone for everyone out there. If you tolerate people that take advantage of you, that's it. But then if you basically find you're looking for that special person, they are looking for you as well. If you're a woman, you're looking for a good guy, a good man, that good man is looking for a good woman. There's a man out there who is looking for a good woman. That's what I believe. And I believe that there's a good woman who is looking for a good man out there. So it's just you have to search. If you are not searching, you're not going to find that person. And also you have to change your beliefs, your limiting beliefs about love and romantic relationship, because just because you were in a relationship that didn't work out, it doesn't mean your next relationship is gonna be the same. And also it's about you working on yourself as well, because some people, they actually focus on looking for that person, but they don't work on themselves. So you have to work on yourself as well, and on your character, your image. Once you understand your character and your image, everything else falls into place. That's what I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree as well with the belief that there are still good men outside, but obviously some of my girlfriends tell themselves the story, I don't believe in it anymore, and the good ones are taken. It's a common belief, obviously, as well. And this is as well going on in the collective consciousness, and this is another place where we get the beliefs from as well. It's not just the childhood and the parents and the family and the teacher, it is as well the collective consciousness. So if you hear something over and over again from people or the society, social media, and you can take it in as well as a truth, and it's not usually the highest truth. So actually, yes, I always, when I still have something coming up, I'm always stopping here and asking the universe or God or the divine, however you would like to call this higher power, stop here. Is this actually the highest truth? Yeah. This way, actually, you can check if it's just like if it's just something people are projecting onto you, and obviously the universe or God or the divine will tell you if you really tune into it. Of course, it's not the truth, okay? Yeah, there are still so many good men out there and women as well, and they're looking as well they're looking actually for you, yeah? For actually what you have to offer. Absolutely.
I like it when you say basically you ask for guidance, the universe to actually guide you through when the negativity comes to you, because at the end of the day, there's always gonna be that fear that comes to us, but then you have to be able to deal with your thoughts and deal with your fear, and also not to compare your life with other people. There are some people that will talk to you, sometimes they'll say to me, sometimes I look at my friends and I ask myself, there's this saying that I look at my friends who don't deserve to actually to be married, but they are married. So basically, once you start comparing yourself with somebody else, then that's where the problem goes wrong. So you have to, like you say, you have to ask God or the universe, whatever your beliefs, for me is God, to say, God, my destiny, I have to request my destiny, not somebody else, not to look at people that they have this, I don't have it. If I'm looking for men, obviously God is going to bless me with the men that he believes that man is going to look after me based on what I've been through, based on my story, not based on somebody else. Then it will be up to me to believe that I can have that. So it's the end of the day, it's up to you to actually believe that a successful relationship can exist in your life if you want it to be, because we don't have the evidence of what is behind the curtains. Only God in the universe, that higher power that knows what is going on. So we don't know. So for me, when I'm looking for something, basically I have to pray and say, God, you know my story, you know what I've been through. So this is my situation. So in the Bible says, if you ask in my name, it will be given to you. So I'm asking in your name. to give me my blessings,
Yeah, yeah.
not somebody else, not to look at somebody's life and say, I wish I could have that. I don't want somebody else's blessings. And also, when you go through something, working on yourself and looking at the mistakes, because some people, you just have to divorce the blame. Just forget about the blame. If you've the relationships, the past relationship has not worked out, just forget about the blame and just work on yourself. Just look at the mistakes that you were making in that relationship. Or if you want to actually find out, you can actually find out the person you dated, your ex. Ask what they didn't like about you, what they liked about you, and you'll be able to actually work on yourself. Or if you are a really, really honest person, basically ask yourself within, because you will know. For me, basically, I knew where I was going wrong when it comes to picking up men. So I had to correct that, and I had to divorce my limiting beliefs about love, that I don't think that I deserve this, I deserve this. I had to believe in myself, and I had to actually love Nomsa and accept me for me. And if I go on a date, if things don't work out, I just don't have to keep worrying about things. I know I'm just gonna have to keep searching until I find the one.
Yes, absolutely. And as well, what you just said previously, that we are at some stage as well, sometimes comparing ourselves. So thinking, why is she in the marriage and she has the house and the kids and the dog? And I've been there too, actually, as well in the past. Okay. But then I realized when I started to work on myself and on my mindset and to change the beliefs, and I was looking closer at that partnership or marriage, that I would be happy in this particular situation, because it's just not me, especially as well if you start, to do self-development and personal development. You would not want to be in all those relationships where you would think like, why does she have it and I don't? Because I, for example, I would love to go, just like I'm going for the caveat of a man now as well, once you start to work on your things and you heal, you change the beliefs about men, about relationships, about yourself as well, in regards to self-worth as well. And then I was coming up to the view as well, I'm just going for the best of the best. And I can say this as well because I'm always working as well on me. So just like, and then you attract as well, just like the same vibration. So, and it works. It did work for me.
It does work, and basically I agree with you. When you actually challenge your limiting beliefs when it comes to love, and basically question them, how accurate those beliefs are, and what is true, what is not true, and try to define it at the same time, and just find out why you believe those beliefs. And because sometimes we might believe things that, like, sometimes we hang out with friends and hang out with our family members, and then we start, instead of behaving how we should be, we start behaving the same way that how our friends behave. So you have to basically define your beliefs, and basically the impact about those beliefs and what it means if you don't change them. Then ask questions. It's all about sitting down and being honest with yourself when it comes to, basically, if you want to change your life, you just have to be honest and replace those beliefs with something else, with the beliefs that are serving you. Because if you are basically using those beliefs and they are not serving you, so that means something has to change in your life. So that's when you're gonna have to tweak something. you're gonna have to look at your beliefs, look at your principles that you've put in place. Some people don't have principles in place. They will tell you that I have rules in place, but rules, the bad thing about rules that you put in place, they cause limiting beliefs. But if you put principles in place, because if you say these are my rules, so that means you are basically shutting down every door that people have to enter. But if you have the principles, this is the principles that I live by, this is what I live by, this is what I can tolerate, this is what I can't tolerate, and then your goals, because your goals goes with the principles. If you're single, you can write down your goals. How are you gonna reach that connection? If you want to connect with, find the love of your life, how are you gonna connect that person? And just write down everything and look at your image, your character, your personality. If you are somebody who is looking to settle down, is your personality for somebody who wants to settle down? If you are still going on Saturdays, and I'm afraid you have one night stands, you're gonna have to divorce those one night stands and basically say no to them, because one night stands, they can be actually a distraction. Basically, completely, if you are looking for the love of your life, is somebody to spend the rest of your life, a long-term relationship, the part-time casual relationship will have to go. So are you willing to do that?
Yes.
So yeah, that is a sacrifice that you have to make. They have to go. Even if you see a good looking person, a man or a good looking woman, and they are gorgeous, and you just want to take them home, you're just gonna have to say control.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, exactly. And it's so important, as you explained it so nicely, to know yourself first, because when you know yourself, and then you can put as well the criteria in regards to what you would like as well to have in the man, and to get the clarity first, because otherwise, yeah, sure, we give all these mixed signals to the universe and they don't know what to deliver to you. So clarity comes first, and then it is well okay to write the deal breakers down as well. Okay, so what's the deal breaker for you? Non-smoking, or with kids, without kids, can it be without a job? So just like your personal deal breakers, it's absolutely okay as well to put them down too on the list. Again, like clarity comes first, and the universe loves clarity, because as well, love, abundance, and health, everything is our birthright. And I would like you as well to soak this and to get this in once more. It's your birthright. It's all our birthright to have everything we desire, So in the universe, God wants to give us everything we desire. And as you said earlier as well, when you ask, it is given, but you have to ask, because God or the universe can't just step in. It's as well against the law of the free will. So it's absolutely okay to ask. Yeah.
So true. That is so true. You have to ask. If you ask anything, you ask in my name, it will be given to you. So you have to. Honestly, when you are looking for love, you have to, like we say, the universe. The universe does not read maybe I'm ready, maybe not. The universe read now. God reads now. So if you are looking for love now, it has to be now. Like to say, I'm ready anytime, I'm open to anything to that beautiful relationship that comes my way. And that means if you say I'm open to a relationship, I'm ready, that means when you go shopping, you could come across with the love of your life. So that means you have to be ready. It means you have to be alert. I'm not saying obsessed that I'm single or what. It means you have to be willing to say hello to people. When somebody talk to you, you have to be willing to basically communicate with people and basically be normal. people, they use mobile phones nowadays with the earphones on. No one is talking to anybody. Basically, you have to divorce that and just be somebody that is willing to actually communicate with people, even on the train. I'm not saying just go and say and start be a nightmare to people. Just be alert. When you see anything good, if he's not wearing a ring, just have time to say hello. So if you go to the shops where they shop, the person that you are looking for, the deal breakers, obviously, the person that you want to date, you know where they shop. What if they have a job? Is somebody, what kind of a job do they have to have? And if it's somebody that is well off, what kind of shops will they be shopping? So when you go to those kind of shops, those kind of restaurant, those kind of pubs, so you have to be kind to waitresses. Let them know. They know that you're single. The steak pubs, a restaurant, they know that you're single. So you have to tip them well, because when you tip them well, they know the people that go to those restaurants, they know the people that go to that pub, and they will tell them, she's single, go chat her up, or he is single, go chat him up. So that's why you have to start looking after people around you, and making sure that basically you are ready. The universe, if the universe see that yes, you are ready, and you basically want to find that special person, he'll be helping you. And God is a happy man. He'll be happy to actually connect you with that love of your life. So why not? But then now the question is, do you believe that you can find that special person that you deserve? So you have to work on your limiting beliefs. Like you spoke about deal breakers. You have to write down your deal breakers. And if you basically, like, let's say you want to, it's okay to want to date a wealthy man if you are not wealthy, or to date a wealthy woman if you are not wealthy. But you have to understand their lifestyle. So you have to have their mindset. You have to understand it. But if you want to date a wealthy man, and if you don't know what a wealthy man, the lifestyle they live, when you do find them, you're gonna lose them, because they travel around the world. That means 1 week they're not at home. So do you know the lifestyle? So how can you adapt to their lifestyle? Or you're just gonna be annoying them and saying, oh, we started dating and you're not around all the time. Just buy a ticket. Where is he going? He's going to Italy for work. Okay, can I come with you? I stay in a hotel, honey. When you go to work, I go shopping. I just look around the Italian shop. They have nice clothes. I just gonna go and look around, honey. When you come back from work, finish work, we'll go to a restaurant. They have fun. Instead of, you just have to have the brain. And it's just because they need a wealthy person, somebody who has a high-end job or has their own business. They don't need somebody, like all day if I'm busy with my clients, and then I get home and find somebody who is annoying me. So it's not going to work. So you have to have the mindset of being a mentor.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And therefore, it's always good as well to ask for someone who is compatible to you currently, where you stand at this point in your life, So, and it doesn't have to be like, for example, compatible can be I was asking for a man who loves to cook, I cook, but it's just not my favorite topic. So I attracted a man who is into cooking. So this is an example of compatible, that I not so keen into cooking, but the man is, and he doesn't mind, So it's compatible, So it's just like asking for someone who's compatible to you right now will make things much easier as well, because again, we have so many soulmates as well. We have many soulmates who are compatible as well to us right now. So this is why it's always important for you to work on your mindset, on your beliefs, so that you attract the most compatible soulmate to you currently into your life, because obviously you would love as well to have the quality of the relationship and of the man as well. So absolutely important. Yeah. So in regards to the beliefs as well, as we talked earlier too, the fear, you know, the little voice in your head. So it's always as well good in regards to just to sit down and to ask yourself, depending what your fears are in a relationship, just to ask, what is your fear in regards to finding the one? So just imagine you find the one and you are together. So what's the fear? And then a good exercise as well to listen to that little voice. And we all have this voice, and this voice will actually give you the limiting belief, you know, the fear as well. So you just have to tune into this, ask the question, imagine that you already met him and you are together. So what is coming up for you? And then you can do some journaling as well to write them down, the fears or limiting beliefs as well around it. So that's a good exercise as well, how to identify, because sometimes we don't even know what we have inside of us. Yeah, as fears or limiting beliefs. Or you unmute again, Nomsa.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
so true. You have to identify your limiting beliefs, because at the end of the day, if you are looking for love, you have to. It's like you were telling me that you started going to the gym, and you really enjoy going to the gym. Sometimes there's gonna be a day where you're gonna get up in the morning, and that little voice you were talking about is gonna say, "Oh, you're tired today, Claudia. Don't go to the gym." So it's just recognizing your fear, recognizing your past, basically, and going back to your childhood, because everything goes back to childhood, how you were as a child, and basically the shame that some people that are carried shame, and it's not meant to be shame. Actually, we're meant to embrace who we are, but we create it as shame. So you just have to deal with it, deal with your childhood. If there's some things that when you were growing up that is affecting you to find that true love, then you can actually deal with it. And everyone, we come from different cultures. Like myself, I have my own culture, and when I came to the UK, there were expectations that I expected a man to behave in a certain way, and so I had to divorce that. I had to divorce some things that I grew up watching people, what I called a relationship. So I had to work on myself and basically try to understand what is love. What do I need to actually be for me to find that special person? And I had to work on my character. Basically, I had to work really hard. I remember there was a time where I'll be like maybe doing an assignment, like when I was doing Paul McKenna's program. I'll be going sticking things in the fridge and sticking things and doing exercises, making sure that I actually, instead of blaming my ex, basically I work on myself and I understand why my relationship didn't work out, the fear, understand my fear, and dealing with my anger. Because when you're being rejected, when it comes to relationship, so sometimes we think that rejection goes away if we don't deal with it. So it does affect you going to your next relationship. So I had to deal with that rejection, because I have had many that I have dated that rejects me in the relationship. When I meet, they tell me what I want to hear. This is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm looking for. And then a few years down the line, or a year down the line, 6 months, 5 months down the line, they are like, it's not you, but it's me. I don't think I'm ready. And you're like, what now? and then you have to start all over again, and they're like, it's me, I don't think this you are. I remember I dated this guy and he was telling me you are a beautiful woman, and this is blah blah blah, and I was like, oh my god. But at the beginning he had told me the things that I wanted to hear, and it was so amazing. And but then it's those kind of things that you have to deal with it, and then you also have to understand that sometimes when somebody, the relationship doesn't work out, it doesn't mean it's you. Maybe the other person is not ready, or maybe you don't understand anything about love, so you have to actually work on yourself, so you can understand what a relationship is about, the limiting beliefs that are holding you back, your values as well. Your values are more important when it comes to dating dating in a connection. So you have to understand your values, your beliefs. You have to basically, like social media, when you have to create your own image as well, because when we go on social media, we see other people, their life, it looks so beautiful, and we just want that life, and we forget about what we want. We are like, why can't I have that? So you have to divorce all that and just be you, and focus on you, and focus on the person that you really really are looking for. And the fear, tell the fear, we deal with the fear, but the fear will always be there, I tell you. And when you meet someone, don't focus on what they're telling you. You need to focus on your feelings as well. Make sure you actually evaluate your feelings, because that connection is very very important. There are some men, like women, who, men and women, when you meet them, they love talking about themselves. So you, those are other things that you have to evaluate, like when you meet somebody, am I really going to spend the rest of my life with this person? Because when you go on dates, a good person wants to know about you, about your beliefs, about who you are, about your interest, what do you do, or your fun times, what do you do. They don't just talk about themselves, so they just want to know what do you do, and how they can, if I was to date you, what can we do together. So it's like, it's fun. So I love that.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. Yes, no, no, absolutely. They have to be interested as well, not just talking about themselves. But I don't think, I'm at this stage, I would say I don't get these people any more into my vortex, if you know what I mean. Yeah. What you said earlier in regards to the fear of rejection, and this is a common belief and a common fear. I had this too in my life, and it doesn't even come from some relationship hurt in the past. It just could look like, for me, I was a baby, I was ill, 6 months old, and the parents had to give me to hospital. And obviously, if you tune into a little baby of 6 months and the parents had to give her away to hospital, she doesn't understand the world, that the parents had to do this so that I can get better. But in that baby's mind, she formed the belief, I am rejected, So this is how something can actually start. And then you have this belief inside you, the fear of being rejected. And then later on, grown up women, if you have this belief inside of you, or the fear, and you attract this as well, beautifully how you explained, at the beginning everything is rosy, and then something happens because obviously of this fear. Yeah. And the same as well with the belief and the fear, I'm afraid I'll be abandoned. So this is as well like a common belief. And if you had this in you, due some previous circumstances early in your life, and then you get this as well, it's definitely going to play out in you. So really just like, be honest to yourself as well, and see what is coming up for you. Because if you really ask yourself the question, what am I afraid of, to be in my dream relationship, the stuff is coming up actually as well. The stuff is really coming up if you are honest with yourself. And so just like, yeah, it's really about honesty, big time. And then something else as well, what you said as well earlier, Nomsa, so we all have past relationships, you know, and here, I mean, obviously some of them have been my greatest teachers. So today I can look back and thank to all of them and see the learnings and be grateful for it. And then it is well important, depending what type of relationship it was, to cut the cords or to do some energetic divorce as well, because if you have experienced a traumatic or bad, abusive, toxic relationship in the past and you don't deal with it and you still keep on the hurt, on the anger, and we do this sometimes to remind ourselves of the situation, because by holding on to it, a part of us thinks it's protecting ourselves so that it doesn't happen again in life, but it's actually the opposite. If you keep hold on to this toxic old energy, you are again attracting more of the same. So the best thing is as well here to be honest to yourself and to cut the energetic cords and to forgive yourself and that person as well, because by forgiving you and them, you are free of this energy as well. And then you can release a part in you being blocked by this old energy, which is not really serving you. So this old stuff energy can go so that you can attract as well the new love. And yeah, this is why it's always important to clear the old, to get the lessons, obviously be thankful, be aware of the lessons, keep them, so that you can move forward in your life, because everything you are not letting go, it's like a ball of chain, a heavy ball of chain you are dragging with you from relationship to relationship.
That is so true. You basically have to when it comes to relationship, you have to get rid of fear. You have to work on so many things. You have to like I was talking about my childhood. If you're somebody that is not, it feels that I'm not worthy, there are some people that basically when you meet them, they say, I don't know if you have ever met that. I have a friend that every time we're doing something, she goes, I'm not like that. So I'm like, how do you know you are not like that? And she's like, I'm not like that, or I'm not this, I'm not this. So I'm like, but sometimes you have to, it's like myself, there are things that I thought I wasn't capable of doing them. And like you look at other people, you think you're not worthy of love, and just because of your childhood you're afraid of abandonment, people. And or sometimes you think that like I have my own business, you think, oh, sometimes if I meet somebody I'm gonna have to sacrifice for love, and I don't think I'm prepared for that. That is fear speaking. Or sometimes the trust, the lack of trust, if you find it hard to trust because of the past, you spoke about that if you, whatever you've gone through in the past, you're gonna have to work on it. Or sometimes you make an excuse and saying, I can't just find that right person. And sometimes you basically you start age, using the age, I'm too old for dating. There are some people who go dating when they're 70, they find their true love, or I'm too this, or I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm too that, or I'm not lucky finding the one, or I'm too needy for love, or I have to sacrifice my freedom if I find love. That means I cannot do the things that I do. I love traveling, I love doing this, but deep down in our heart we know that we are lonely and we wish that we could find love. There's some people that are not honest. with their feelings, because everyone basically, if you're not in a relationship, you're gonna be lonely. And there's some people who are happy as they are, but deep down they are lonely. Sometimes they say, oh, I can't get what I want because there's no women or men that are attracted to me, or all these men are unavailable, or I'll never find the one. Or sometimes we say, I am afraid of rejection, or sometimes we're like, I'm too picky, I'm really really too picky, basically. But that's not true, because if you are too picky, that means it's a bad habit. So for me, basically, I find that there's everyone for everybody. And sometimes we make excuse like no one understands me, or no one likes me, or to say I'm hopeless when it comes to love, or we say I'm too broken when it comes to love. We are all broken. Basically, for me, basically, I see myself from the day I was born and today where I am. I'm a broken woman, but guess what? I'm not afraid to go and get what I want. I basically, I'm not afraid, but I know that I'm broken. I've worked on my brokenness, and I'm aware of my brokenness, and unapologetically, when I meet a man, I let them know who I am and what I want. And if they don't like me, I know there's somebody that is gonna want me out there. And you just have to recognize and go for what you want. I did modeling on Saturday, and I've never done modeling before. I just went on stage, girl. I had so much fun, because that's what life is about. Yeah. If you are single and you know that you are looking for love, you have to get some nice clothes, work on your limiting beliefs. Don't lose weight because you want to find love. Make sure you are in good shape. Make sure you write down your goals. Make sure your character aligned with what you are searching for. And when you do find that Mr. Right, look after that Mr. Right. Look after that girl that you want, because life is basically, there are no guarantees in life. And basically, there's some people, like sometimes when you find you do pick a man or women, we forget about what we've been through. We just pick people just because we want to date, we want to be in a relationship. I can guarantee you, if you give yourself time when you go on a date, you can actually work on people's character. Just by, this is how I use when I match my clients. I go on a date first with a man, and I watch the man how he speaks to the waitresses. I watch the man how he speaks to me. I watch everything. He doesn't know this is what I'm doing. I watch everything, because girl, if I'm going to introduce you to my woman, I need to know you are the one. I need to know you can look after her, because how that person treats me that moment, that's the same way they're gonna treat somebody else. Even a woman, when I go on a date with them, how they speak to me that's how they're gonna speak to that man that I'm going to introduce to them. So those are the simple things that you have to look out for, how they're treating you. And if somebody is free, speaking to you free, you can see the character that is put on. But the character that is real, you can see the character that this person is real. If they are putting on character to fit on you on that moment, you can tell. So you just have to work on your limiting beliefs and wake up. Over to you, Claudia.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just good as well what you said, and we always have to remind ourselves, life is supposed to be fun, yeah. We are here, and we choose actually as well to come down here, it's just like as well, again, to be reminded of it. It helps, I think, as well, you know. So we chose to be here, and we are supposed to have fun and to enjoy this experience as well. And I remind myself as well sometimes not to take life and everything too serious as well, you know, and myself too. It's just, it helps, you know. Obviously, sometimes you are a bit caught up in everything, and that's human too. It's okay, but without me giving it too much significance or going too much into the drama, you know, just like have fun, enjoy the experience and enjoy the learnings as well, because we are meant to live an extraordinary life, and can actually as well create it how we want it. And this is as well good as a reminder that you are the boss of your life. And basically as well, how can I explain this? That life is coming towards you a bit like a copy machine. So basically everything you put into the copy machine, you know, yeah, this is what you are going to get outside as a reality in your life. So just like a reminder for you that you are the boss of your life. So just like be aware what you are going to put into your copy machine, because you most likely as well, you are going to get this outside as your reality. Circumstances are being created this way, and you are attracting as well the people according to your own copy machine. Yeah, did it make sense, Nomsa, with the copy machine? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
it does. It does make
Mhm.
sense. Yeah, because we create
Mhm.
our own
Yeah,
reality
yeah.
in life. We create our own reality. So you have to actually add your desire to actually find that special person and have a long-term relationship has to be stronger than the attachment of your beliefs, because when you are able to identify your limiting beliefs, that will help you to be the driver in that car,
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah,
of
yeah.
what you are looking for.
Mm,
And when you become the driver, that means you can actually pick what you want, what is right for you,
mm,
and you'll be able to say no, like you were talking about the copy machine.
mm,
uh, and also understand that our beliefs comes from our past experiences. There are some things that I believed before. If you have met me 10 years ago in a relationship, I was so serious, honestly.
mm,
If I was really really serious, and if somebody, like let's say if my friends, like we go out, or if I'm dating somebody, I was so serious. Things had to be done how I wanted to be done. If they're not, if I don't get my way, my expectations are not met, I'll be upset. I'll be all sorts. I'll
mhm,
be a drama queen, or
mm,
sometimes you do me wrong, or sometimes if my spouse does not do what they're meant to do, oh girl, I'm gonna get upset to you today when he comes home. I ain't talking to him. And he walks in, I'll be like, attitude.
mhm,
I'll give him attitude. But
mm,
now when I look back,
mm,
that behavior, it makes me laugh, because
mhm,
I don't think I can do that behavior anymore. I can't do it.
mm,
I don't think I can do the behavior of basically playing silence, because before I didn't know that it was wrong, and I didn't know that if somebody has done me wrong, I have to express it. We have to talk about it. I would just go quiet and say, you hurt me, and you did this, you did this. I would not look at their point of view, or it has to be, you're gonna give me an apology or no apology.
mm,
And that would be my way.
mm,
But we learn these things as we go along. As we get older, you start reading books, you start working on yourself, you start creating your own image, and you start understanding some things that basically, oh, this is how I did things. No, it's wrong. There's sometimes like I'm a relationship coach. I don't know whether you find yourself like sometimes I'll come across like an audio on YouTube or a video on YouTube with somebody from some coaches, relationship coaches, and I find myself being like interested. I'm like, wow, I never thought of that. Okay, I'm learning for myself. So it's like we are learning every day, we are growing every day. Some people might say, oh, you are a relationship coach, so you have to know this. I meet people, there's some people that I meet, like a relationship coach, apparently it doesn't have to divorce. There are some people, I met this girl and we were talking about the millionaire matchmaker, and she was like, I wouldn't let her match me because she's not married. So I was like, listen, life is sometimes is a journey. It's like I can help myself. Maybe sometimes I might not just be luck with it. Because you know, when you have money, you're gonna be attracted to the wrong people. And people would do whatever they can to actually hide their feelings. And also, when you know what you want, is gonna like, she's basically a celebrity, and celebrities basically, they basically struggle to find Mr. Right, because when you travel, the person that you are dating, they're gonna have problems. If you travel a lot, they're gonna have problems with your traveling. You have to find somebody who really understand your lifestyle. That's when it's really important to find that person that understand your lifestyle, that your lifestyle requires you to travel and you need to travel with them. And also your character as well, like what you teach, you have to live that character as well, because sometimes some people, they're not just like, when it comes to love, they just pick the wrong people. And sometimes like your relationship, like if you are in the public eye, you have to separate your personal life with the public. That is the one thing that people don't know, because there's a pressure. When you are pressure, you are under pressure. That means your relationship and the expectations. Like myself, I broadcast, I am always doing things, but I know I need to separate my relationship with the public. My relationship is there and the public is there. So I have two relationships that I work and then I go home. So I separate my relationship, but my character is still the same. You find me, my character is the same. Even with my children, my character is the same.
Yeah, and in regards to the matchmaker or the therapist or the coach as well, you know, obviously it's her choice and her belief, what she said, and then as well, I mean, we are not in the convincing business, no, so, you know, and the same as well with the men too, you know, we are not in the convincing business, you know, we know who we are and we are confident, and the right men as well are coming to us as well. So we don't have to be in the convincing business as well in regards to the men, and convince them why it's so great to be with us, you know. So no, we are not doing this. And I like to tell my clients as well, when they are going out and the dating and the manifesting as well, don't be in this fear or lack or needy energy when you want to attract your partner or to go out on a date and so on, because energy speaks louder than words. And obviously, I've been there too, you know, like sometimes we feel a bit the lack and the neediness and the fear and the loneliness and everything. So it's just like, but when we try to get something, no matter what it is as well, the relationship out of this energy, nothing good is actually coming towards our way. So it's always good as well to, yeah, just like to cleanse yourself, to do something uplifting, or to go dancing, or to listen to cool music, just whatever helps you to uplift your energy as well. And then this is the step you would like to go out and to attract, you know, yeah, the partner in this case. Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you have to get rid of the neediness. For me, basically, I rather be lonely and until I find the right person than to pick the wrong person because I'm lonely or needy. So you have to be you. I've learned this the hard way, just to live my life as I should be, and to be me, not to pretend to be something that I'm not. It's something that I had to work really, really hard to bring out my character. And I remember when I met Martin, and I remember one day I was in the kitchen and he's looking at me. I was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" He goes, "You are actually not fake. I've never met anyone like you, because it's like if he comes home, if I'm on pajamas, girl. I just don't care. I love music. The music plays, I just play and I just dance. And I had to teach myself, as although I smile, I had to teach myself to just smile all the time, even if there is nothing to smile, just to be grateful for my life, just to keep smiling and just to be grateful, because God give us things and we don't see it. We see what we want to see. So I had to teach myself to actually be grateful of my life, and just live my life and being me, and just be happy that I'm alive, and be happy and look at my children and just smile, because there are some people that they want to have kids but they can't have them, and I look at myself, I have children. So it's just life. You just have to be grateful of your life, and ask exactly what you want, exactly what you are looking for. That is very, very important. Basically, forget about the blue and the looks. You can manifest everything, but never ever put the looks, because God, if you want God to bless you, God will not bless you if you give him the looks of the man that you are looking for. If you give him the looks of the woman that you are looking for, he already knows your want. If you like a handsome man, he already knows. If you already likes a 6 foot or something, he already knows. So basically, you can manifest. I always tell my clients to manifest whatever you want, but never ever make a decision to put the looks and to say, I want somebody that looks like David Beckham, George Clooney, and this like that. Never put the looks. Just say, God, you know my story. You know what I've been through. And God knows that you like David Beckham. He's no silly.
Yeah.
God knows that you like somebody who looks like Clooney. He's gonna give you that as long as you don't make a decision. So you just have to be honest, really, really honest with what you want, what you've been through. Because when you're writing those goals, you know your past, and you know what you've been through, and you know what you don't want to go through, the things you don't want to go through it again. So you just have to put it out there. For me, if you come into my room, I put God there. I read somebody's book and said you have to be real with God. So I put it there. Imagine it sitting on that chair. I'm sitting on that chair. I read the scripture. You say this in the Bible, so I'm testifying I'm testifying and claiming these promises that you've put in the Bible, the promises that are written in the Bible, and I ask you exactly what I'm looking for, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna lie to God and say I'm looking for this when I'm looking for something else. Then I say, you make a decision, God, and please bless me.
Yeah. And the thing is as well with God and the universe, they have a sense of humor
Yeah,
as well. They can be quite funny as well with
Yeah.
us, because my partner has the same name as my brother. And at the beginning, it was very weird to me, It was really weird to me to attract a man where the first name is exactly like the one from my brother, you know, so it was just really weird, you know. So yeah, funny sense of humor sometimes they have. And as well, one more tip too, when we think of the relationship and everything, it's always good as well to think at the next step afterwards, not just so I would love to attract the relationship, the partner, imagine or write down as well what life is going to look after you are together. Are you traveling the world? Are you living together? Are you buying a house together? Are you living on the countryside, in the city? You know, just like as well to expand your focus for the relationship, what's going to happen after you met and after the dating phase 2, you know, because if you don't do this, sometimes the subconscious can take its time as well to bring the partner in because you haven't gone beyond the dating and the getting to know phase as well. So dream big, basically. Okay, yeah, dream big, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Yeah,
That is true.
dream
You
big.
have to dream big.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree with you. You have to
yeah.
dream big. You have to know your want, your desires,
Yes, yes.
and have expectations from God to deliver, because He will deliver. And in the process, there will be problems. There's a problem with the, you know, with the. I always, when I do the events, I always tell people about the danger of your desires. The dream that the dream that you imagine, it can come in so many ways, unexpected. Sometimes you could go to the hospital, and the doctor that treats you become your husband, and you don't know. So basically there is a danger with your want as well that people need to be aware of, that love will come in unexpected places. Love will come in so many ways, or sometimes you might be dealing with the problems, maybe instead of staying focusing, and you start, basically it's a distraction that wants to move you away, or a family member comes in and they want to move you away from your desires. They're like, why are you joining this site, why are you this, don't do it, and blah blah blah. So you have to focus with your dream. Focus. Stay focused.
Absolutely. Yes, and remember as well, it's your life, you know, and there will always people be around us who are going to just like to giving us as well their opinion. And because of this, sometimes depending what it is I am manifesting or working currently as well as in projects, sometimes as well I decide to be a bit more quiet until it is manifested, it's a bit more real, because of people giving you their opinions and their experience. And as well, what can happen here, you get as well their doubts, which can as well bring up doubt in you. So just because of this, I learned as well, depending what it is, I'm a bit more quiet, and then I am out there to share with the world. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, because people will talk you out of your
Yes,
plans.
it could happen. Yeah.
So do you have any words of encouragement, Claudia, before we leave?
Let me just have a quick tune into it. Okay. Basically as well in regards to love. Let me just have a look. Love. Let me. Okay. Yes. I know it comes always back to us. So if you look in regards to past relationships, what's the learning here? And 8 out of 10, it comes always to our self-love. So that we step up and we have the boundaries and we love ourselves more. We don't let others control us and everything. So you know that most of it's always coming back to us so that we can learn to love ourselves more. And if we can do this as well on a daily base, day-to-day base, without attracting all these people into your life, it's even better, because then you can fill your cup until it's full with self-love and self-confidence and self-worth and everything. Yeah. And so that it's going to be as well like a much more pleasant experience by the circumstances and the people you're going to attract into your life. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Claudia. And for me, I'll say whatever you are creating, make sure you create baby steps. And when you create baby steps, then a big change will come into your life. Because sometimes we put this big burden in our shoulders. We want things to happen now. So just take baby step, create your character, write your goals, write everything, live in that life, make it a reality, and things will happen step by step. Like Claudia was saying, if you are looking for love, find that one person, or it could be either a coach, or it could be a friend that you trust, or a family member. Just if you know that this person never talk you out of things, and they always support you even if you don't succeed, just find that one champion or a coach. Me, I always prefer to pay somebody to help me. Find a coach and to guide you through whatever you are doing, and in the end you get the results. It doesn't matter what challenges you face in that process. In the end, you get the results that you're looking for. You just have to be somebody who stick to it, don't give up. So we are here at Gossip Talk Shows Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. If you are watching this, please press some heart button and share some love with your loved ones and family and friends. God bless you and live with grace, everyone.
Bye.